to Haven and Delight, and today I just want to give you a little rundown on our new front garden. I finished this project I think 2.5 months ago. I finished it during the dead of summer. Now it's September and October and getting into fall, and I just wanted to show you what it looks like after a couple months and maybe go over a couple of things that I didn't know at the beginning of this garden project that I know now. So first of all, I am so thrilled with how it turned out, and I love the warmth it adds to the exterior of our house. The main colors of our house are black, white, and blue, and so by adding the warm cypress mulch and the warm autumn blend Holland pavers, it just adds this level of warmth and depth and texture that really brought the whole exterior scheme to life, and I am thrilled. I pinch myself every time I look at it. I am so excited for what this brings to the exterior of the house. I spent 2 days working on the garden edge and then another couple of days putting in the plants. What I did was I dug out the garden edge and I did a flat brick and a sideways brick to create a flat edge with the lawn, and a barrier. The one that's flipped over on its end creates a barrier for the mulch and the flowers. After I made that edge, what I did was I laid cardboard underneath the mulch, and I've read that cardboard is just a more eco-friendly way to prevent weeds. Now, it hasn't stopped all the weeds. I still am finding myself having to weed a little bit, but I think it would have been much worse if I didn't do the cardboard underneath. Now, I had a ton of cardboard laying around, and I started saving cardboard boxes once I knew I was going to be doing this project. So that was free, and I love that it's more eco-friendly. Eventually the cardboard will break down. It hasn't yet. I knew that I wanted it to be a little more eco-friendly. So then I just basically put cardboard around the flowers and then mulched over the cardboard and everything else. So it ended up being a really super easy project. Easy in the fact that anyone, I think, could do it. It was not easy in labor. It was quite labor intensive for me, and I did get frustrated, but with everything that you do that's difficult, it was worth it in the end. And I, like I said, absolutely love the way it makes the yard look. Now, I've always loved blue and purple and pink. Those are my top favorite colors, so I knew I wanted the flowers to be in those color schemes. Before we moved into this house, somebody put orange lilies around the house, and I really don't like orange flowers, but they come up every year and require no maintenance, so I decided to keep those as much as possible as of right now. But I decided in this garden bed to put in purple salvia. I also already had a pink peony bush and a lilac bush, and so I added the purple salvia, which was like, I think, between $8 and $9 per plant at Lowe's. That seemed steep to me at first. However, I could not be more excited with how these plants are doing. They look absolutely beautiful. Most of them have at least doubled in size, and some of them have tripled in size in the past few months. So that $8 to $9, I mean, it seems like a lot at first if you're used to not spending that much. Like, I used to just buy petunias and impatiens for my window boxes, so this was quite a step up in price. However, I am extremely pleased with how well these plants are doing. I also decided to add a hydrangea bush to balance out the peony bush and the lilac bush. Peonies and lilacs both only bloom their flowers in the spring, so they're very short-lived, and the hydrangea bush blooms all season long. Now, they were blue hydrangeas when I got them, but turns out my soil is not very acidic, so they turned pink. I have been fertilizing them with an acidic fertilizer. However, I just think they're gonna stay pink unless I put in something that's gonna make the area around it more acidic. Blue hydrangeas get their colors from the acidic soil. So clearly my soil is not acidic enough for blue hydrangeas, but pink hydrangeas are just as beautiful, and it really matches still the color scheme that I was going for. So regardless, I love them the way they are. I have not yet learned how to deadhead the hydrangeas. I'm sure it's super easy, but I haven't done it yet. And I know you can deadhead salvia as well. I have not done that either, but the salvia have all grown and they still have their purple flowers going, and it is September. It has actually been really low temperatures the past few days and rainy, and they're still thriving. So I'm just overjoyed with how this project turned out. I feel like for the 3 or 4 days of work that I put in, it has brought me an overwhelming sense of joy and delight. And like I said, it has really warmed up the color scheme of the exterior. It feels like it's connected the garage and the house. It's created this beautiful ecosystem. Salvia is known for being great for pollinators, and it attracts butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds. So far, unfortunately, I haven't seen any hummingbirds, but I've seen an abundance of different butterflies in my yard that I've not seen before, including an eastern tiger swallowtail and oh gosh, there's a little blue one that I don't remember the name, but I absolutely love it. So there's so many new butterflies in my yard and so many bumblebees, and that brings me so much joy. I love it, love it, love it. We've also had more snakes. One thing that I forgot to mention is I put this bird feeder in the garden area because I can see it from my kitchen window, and I love watching the birds when I'm doing the dishes or getting my coffee ready in the morning. But what I didn't know before is that you need to have waste-free bird seed in your bird feeder if it's in a place where you don't want things to grow, because birds are pollinators too. When they poop out a seed, it's gonna grow something. And I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple of sunflowers that they pooped out. I call them my bird poop sunflowers. The birds pooped out some sunflower seeds, and I have 2 sunflowers growing, and I love them, but I knew I had to switch to waste-free bird seed because I was plucking up little volunteer plants where they eat and poop. A little aside for you if you want a bird feeder in your garden area, but I am just so thrilled with this. Again, as I've already said, but it cannot be stated enough, I love it. And I think once I do it all the way around the garage and where the fence is right here and maybe on the other side, it's just gonna add even more character. So, would I do this project again? Hell yes. I want to encourage you, even if you're a really beginner, this is something you can do. This is a project that you can complete in 2 to 4 days, depending upon how much time you spend each day on it, how much you're willing to do each day. It took me 4 days, spending about, I think, 4 to 5 hours a day. This is a doable project. It's hard to mess up, so you can fix anything that doesn't look right, which I had to do a couple times, and it adds just so much joy. And if you put the right plants in it that are low maintenance, you won't have to be doing so much weeding. Thank you for watching. I hope this inspired you to get out there and start a landscaping project or a small flower garden. I will talk to you later. Bye.